afternoon. Welcome. Um, I'm Denise, and I guess we're going to talk about what's on my mind this afternoon. I wanted to do this video yesterday over the Memorial Day weekend, but somehow life got in the way. So I have a daughter who needs a little extra help right now, and I have a quite busy work life. So life just got in the way of me getting the recording done. So, but I'm glad to be here now. I wanted to talk about a couple of new spindles I got because I'm very excited. I'm so excited to be using drop spindles. I was so frustrated because I never could get the hang of it before, and I finally been able to get the hang of it since I started spinning on a wheel. For whatever reason, I could not get drafting together in my head before I started spinning on a wheel. Once I started spinning on a wheel, not a problem. All of a sudden it just clicked and I could use drop spindles, and I really truly love doing it because I like the portability of taking it with me to places, even though it does embarrass my children, my adult children, when I spin in public. But it's either that or have their mother fall asleep in public. So I'm not really sure which they would prefer. I'm thinking they would prefer to have me spinning rather than sleeping wherever I am. I need to keep myself moving. It's something that's always been a thing for me. I need to keep going and doing something with my hands. So I'm really excited. I bought my first dealgan Scottish spindle, and it's quite heavy, so I think I will probably use it more for plying, but you never know. I'm spinning a single on it right now. It's the first time I've ever spun with it. This is some alpaca that I have from Indian Point, Alpacas at Indian Point Hills in Petersburg, Illinois. I spin for her every year. She does alpaca days and asks some spinners to come out, and I usually go out and spin a day or two over the weekend. It gives me a reason to go out and spin and talk with people. I love being around people. I love sharing spinning, and people are very interested about it and like to ask questions, and I like doing that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I have on there is alpaca, and I just did it. It's just a single, and I really like the ball that it's winding on here. That it'll be able to pull off the top and be a center pull ball. So I found it very easy to spin. I noticed that at the beginning when I first got the yarn on here, it would wobble a lot, but once the cop started growing, it spins less wobbly. Usually when I have a longer leader on there. So I really, 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 really enjoyed this. This is from FoxMountainSpindles. It is so smooth to the touch. It feels lovely on my hands, and I really enjoy the quality of this spindle. Okay, the sun is going down, and so I'm getting some very interesting light happening in my room. So my next two spindles, they're identical, and I got them from ScottsMountainCrafts on Etsy. Both FoxMountainSpindles and ScottsMountainCrafts are both on Etsy. I've been wanting a mini Turkish spindle. I really love spinning on Turkish spindles, and these are a ½ ounce each. It's bloodwood, and they're tiny and they're just lightweight, and I love them. This is also alpaca I've been spinning on here. This distaff I bought is it's a wrist distaff. It has a little bead here at the top, and it has a wraps per inch tool at the bottom. And I bought this from Yellow Dog Farm, also on Etsy. It has made my life so much easier when I am spindling, to be able to keep the yarn out of my way, because I don't always have long sleeve sweaters on. Just tuck the fiber up into my sleeve to keep it out of my way. And look how balanced that is and how lovely it spins. My fingers don't hurt because I don't have to give it a huge flick in order to keep that going. It spins for quite a while. I just reattached, so it just took me a minute to get it reattached. I just love this little spindle. It spins so nice. And it's so lightweight and so easy to carry. I've been very happy. I'm very happy with this purchase. The customer service there was great. They sent it out very fast. So yeah, it was just very lovely. And I don't always do this right now. I've been trying this over, under two, over one, under two, wrapping on. It's not my favorite way to get a turtle, I guess they call it. Usually I just kind of wrap whichever way and get a ball on there. But I'm practicing the way they say that you're supposed to do it. So yeah, those are my two brand new spindles. I love them. I have to say Turkish spindles are probably my absolute favorite. But I'm just in love with the idea of doing things the way people did a long time ago, before all of this technology, and just to get their hands into something and do it just the way somebody did a long time ago. It just really makes me happy and brings me joy. So it's very meditative for me. So I really enjoy that. I hope you try to pick up a spindle, something that you're not used to spinning with, and do that. I also will be talking to you a little bit about my bunny, my angora rabbit, Cosette. She's blowing her coat right now, which means she's shedding out. This is the first time that I've had an angora rabbit. She's going to be 2. I'm going to have her 2 years this month. And so I've had some time to practice some different ways of harvesting her fiber. I am not by any means an expert on any of these topics. I'm just a hobbyist, and I love to do these things. I love to talk about them. I love to share them as much as possible. I work in a library. I love to teach young kids about these types of things, and I hope that this video or any of my blog posts will help anyone find what they're looking for, find a way to buy fiber, a way to buy a spindle, a way to just know that you can do something that you haven't done before, and you don't have to have someone showing you how. You can just pick it up and try. There are books, lots of lovely books that you can pick up to read about it. I've recently got the Spin-Off magazine. I bought their subscription for an online Spin-Off magazine subscription, and with it, the Long Thread Media has workshops that you can watch on spinning. They are fantastic. I have learned so much from those workshops. I highly recommend doing the Long Thread Media, purchase a subscription and get those workshops as part of your subscription. It is awesome. I have learned so much about what types of yarn you can make, with whether or not you use a 2-ply or a 3-ply or a 4-ply, and a lot about how much twist you need, and so many things. So I really highly recommend that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Just a short little hello, and like I said, my new spindles I love to share. So if there's ever anything that you are interested in that you know that I have, like the bunny, a little bit more information about her, I'd be happy to give you any information. But just make comments or, contact me on my Facebook or Instagram, and I'd be happy to answer any questions as much as I can. So you guys have a great summer. I will be posting as much as I can, and we'll see you next time. Bye. This here is Cosette. She's my French angora, and as you can see, she's blowing her coat. You'll be able to tell that, like, I've harvested most of the hair around up here, but we're gonna comb out some more. So I was just gonna talk about it. She's the first time I've owned an angora rabbit, and so having it been my first time, I've done a few things to try to figure it out. I've heard about using a blower to blow to keep their hair from tangling rather than combing, and it's very loud. She doesn't seem to like that as much, and I have not been able to figure out how to do it properly. So I have gone through cutting her. I've used clippers and cut it off, which I am not a fan of that. It's not nice when I go to spin it. I don't like the cut ends in my spinning. It also leaves some little short blumps if you don't do it right. So I was not a fan of shearing. I have combed her to get her wool out, which is what I'm doing now. And I thought that maybe that was pulling it out too much even before it was ready, because she was getting bald patches. So this last time, I went ahead and let her grow it out, and I tried the blowing with the to keep her hair from tangling, and that just did not work for me. I don't know how to do it. Don't have anybody to show me how to do it. And then I also noticed, because I wasn't keeping her groomed on a regular basis, that she was getting a lot of flakiness here by her skin, because I wasn't grooming her as often as I think I should have been. And then I also had a lot of matting happening because I wasn't doing it on a regular basis. So I'm going back to combing, which is kind of like plucking. I just do it kind of lightly, and it just pulls out the hairs that are ready to come out. Sometimes I will pluck a little bit too if I see a patch ready to come out, but it really keeps down on having the mats come into her fur, and I think it's gentler and kinder. So combing is the way I will go. So I just I bought this new comb, and it seems to be pulling it out really nicely. My one that I use at she lives with me at the library, so I comb her there too, so I don't have to have several tools that I have to move back and forth. I have one set at work and one set here. So the one at work is more like the wide spaced and doesn't have the close short ones underneath, and that works just fine. I just bought this little tool for getting out mats. I haven't tried it yet, but like I said, because this last time I tried to let her go without combing in between and just using the blower, I had a lot of problem with the mats. So I thought I would try this tool here, which looks like it works quite lovely. So that's what we're gonna do, is I'm gonna just sit here and comb out as much of this hair as I can. I'm gonna pause it and come back and let you see what I get out of her. Okay, I'm gonna just try to show you a little bit here. She has some pretty bad mats under her neck because I didn't comb her as often the last time. I don't know if I can get her in a position. Yeah, there are several mats right here, and I can't get them out with a comb, and I don't want it to pull out her hair. This is not going to be usable anyway because it's so matted, and it seems to be doing nice. It's not pulling. What I'm liking about this is it's not pulling really hard on her skin. I can tell that it's not pulling, but it's getting that mat out. I am loving this tool to get these mats out. I hope to never have this problem again, because I am never going to go without combing until somebody can teach me how to use the blower properly, or I just won't use the blower and that just won't be who I am, because I think I'm handling her more often when I'm combing her, and we have a little more bonding time. So I think that's what I will do for the future, is just continue to comb so I don't get this mat issue. But I'm really liking this tool. It's getting these mats out and it's not pulling on her skin really horribly. So you can see that it's getting these mats right out of there. Okay, and I've been brushing her, which has gotten some loose, and so now I'm just plucking out some of the fluff as it wants to come out. I'm not pulling really hard. I'm just gently plucking it out. Once you brush it a little bit, it gets it loose. And I was a hairdresser for a long time, back before I started having children. And I find that if you comb towards the ends first, don't comb straight down here and pull out, because then you're going to be pulling their skin. It's just like combing hair. Start at the ends and work your way in. It's much more comfortable for them, and you'll get less of them fighting you about it. And then after you've gone through and brushed, you'll see that this just likes to come out as you pluck. So I'm going to continue plucking, and we'll be back soon. All right, so here's my bun. After I combed her out for a while, combed and plucked, all of the above. No more mats behind her ears. Here is my pile of fluff that I have gotten out of her today. And that's just the fluff that is good for spinning. That's very nice. It's all been plucked. There's the pile of mats that I had to just, I'm just not keeping. And it's a shame, but she'll grow more. But that was because of my learning experience with using a blower versus combing. So I had a lot of waste. And she's coming for her treats now, because that's what she loves after a nice comb. She knows she gets her treats.